Oh, hey, good morning, guys. Brian Pierce here, seat time. Yeah, I got my Kirk Caselli hat on and my Red Bull override jacket. Thanks, Red Bull, for having me out for that. Dude, quick update on this GasGas release. Cool, KTM is putting money into the industry in itself to help try to keep brands that are iconic and have been around for a long time still going. It's just a shame that they did it looks like they did even less than they did with Husqvarna. So yeah, they were white KTMs, but they did a couple things to tweak them. Maybe they didn't have the time to do that right away for this initial 2020 GasGas launch, but holy crap, they are literally a red KTM. Go to the Facebook page. I'll put my little overlay thing here too. I mean, it is literally the 2020 450 with red plastic. Now, granted, the teams and different things are gonna be able to add whatever it is to make the bikes better for the rider, but come on, man, that sucks. Why does that suck, right? Like, for me, what KTM did with Husqvarna was awesome, and they've kept that brand around. Very iconic brand, literally one of the first motocross bikes, right? Like dirt bikes. So thankful for that. With GasGas, though, I saw this as a chance for them to truly try to change the industry. And I say that because look at what has happened in the mountain bike world, right? Like, for so long, 10, 15 years ago, everyone was like, hey man, direct to consumer's never gonna work. We need bike shops. We're gonna kill off bike shops if we sell direct online. I'm sorry to say, that's a bunch of crap, because there are now brands that have come to market in the mountain bike industry that are only direct to consumer. You've seen other brands like Intense go direct to consumer. You've even seen brands like Trek go direct to consumer. So what happens is you can go on the Trek website, you can buy a bicycle online, but it gets shipped to a dealer. So then it brings the consumer into that shop to pick the bike up. So that's where they can get their point of sale purchases and things like that. So there are ways to adjust the industry, and so you can kind of have all these different business models. The problem is right now we don't have those. It's like, say, like what's happening with Stasic. They're taking off so much because of the fact that they have hit a different type of parent, right? Like, they have hit parents that have never worked on any kind of gas-powered engine, a combustible engine. But then an electric motor, that makes sense. That's techie, that's cool. And they want to be involved with that with their kids. So that makes sense. And if we don't start to change the way we think, the industry thinks, to the way the consumers are thinking now, we're not gonna sell as many dirt bikes, period. So GasGas could have been the chance for them to figure out a way to start to play with the idea of direct to consumer. It could have been as easy as, yeah, buy the bike online. It's just gonna be shipped to your nearest dealer. Pick a dealer, and that's where you go pick it up. I think also too, where we're missing out is real entry-level bikes for riders. So KTM has kind of played with this, and now Honda's doing it. Like, people are doing it, but not to the level that it can happen. Go to like Intense Bicycles website and go build a bicycle and look at all the options that you have. You can start with a $4,000 mountain bike, and all of a sudden that thing could be $13,000, right? Because of those options, and people do that. Don't know why, because I won't, but they do it. To not be able to have that option for a dirt bike doesn't make sense. They need to find ways to have a KTM entry level, I am just a rider, I'm not gonna race this bike type of purchase. That is not $9,000. It needs to happen. They've gotta figure this out. I don't know how to do it. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, thoughts on this whole GasGas thing and the way that it has come about, hit them up in the comments. Let's have fun with this discussion. I just think we need to change the way that we're going to the consumers. It's not happening, and it needs to happen better. So thanks for listening. And I've got other videos in the works. Life has been crazy with the family, all that kinds of stuff. Liam and I are riding more, so hopefully you're ready for some of those videos. I've bought a bunch of new gear that I'm gonna kind of do reviews on, getting ready for the National Enduro here on the west side of Texas. And then we're gonna go to the one in Louisiana, so that'll be fun. Hold on, I need another sip of coffee. It's still early, man, what the heck? So I hope you guys are enjoying that. I am going to be at the Rev Limiter again, doing some stuff. I might be working with Red Bull a little bit more again this year. And don't judge me by my backyard. And of course, it's just gonna be fun, man. I hope you guys are excited. I've got a couple posts asking what kind of content you guys want from the Rev Limiter. So if you got any thoughts there, leave them in the comments here. Go to those posts on Facebook, play around there. Remember, you can get some seat time merch at fpmg.threadless.com. So check that out. Thanks for paying attention, guys. I look forward to conversing with you all in the comments. Let's have some fun with this. And thanks, KTM, for keeping a brand alive. That is admirable and awesome, and I'm so glad that they are putting that money directly back into the sport and potentially not just into someone else's pocket, which they could be doing. I want this industry to move forward, and I want it to happen sooner rather than later. So let's see if we can get that to happen. Remember, guys, always enjoy a pint full of awesome. And in this case, a pint full of coffee. Let's just, oh my God.